my name is Petronilla and I'm going to be talking about my experience meeting Shawn Mendes on the Illuminate World Tour. So basically I'd already bought tickets to the show a few months back, so I was already quite excited to see Shawn because I'd been a fan of his for so long, but every time he was in England it was always either in London or I was busy that day, so just knowing that this time I'd be able to actually see him was incredible. But then they announced VIP and I just screamed at the thought of actually meeting him in the flesh, actually getting a photo with him, talking to him. And even when I saw the price I was excited because I've always been a fan of Justin Bieber. So whenever anyone mentioned VIP or meet and greets, in my head I was always thinking, oh, they're going to be thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds. So when I saw that Shawn's meet and greet was £245, which even though it was higher than they were last time, I think, they were still quite an achievable level in my opinion, rather than being thousands and thousands of pounds. But then I found out that they were coming out on a Thursday at around 4 PM, which at that time I was going to be at university in a lab practical, so I was so worried thinking, oh, I'm not going to be able to buy tickets since I'll be busy at that time and we're not allowed to have phones in the lab. So I was panicking, I was making all sorts of plans to either sneak out of the practical and go hide in the toilets to buy tickets or sneak my phone in under the bench. I was desperate. Any sort of way to meet Shawn and make sure I get those meet and greet tickets I would take. But thank God I found someone online who had a spare passport code thing, you know, these pre-sale codes that they had, and she gave me her code, so I was able to buy the tickets on the Wednesday. And literally as soon as I bought my ticket for the meet and greet, I got the gold one. They'd sold out. Literally within about 2 minutes they were gone for Manchester, so I was so happy that that girl had managed to give me her code, otherwise I wouldn't have got the ticket. But anyway, on the actual day of the concert, I remember I got to Manchester Arena at about 10 AM, even though the email that had been sent by the people organising the meet and greet said to make sure you're there by 2. I thought, I don't want to be late, I don't want to be at the back of the queue, so it's better to be early. And I was the only person there for about 2 hours. I was stood, when you walked in, there was 3 different lines for Platinum VIP, Gold VIP and Silver VIP. So I stood in the Gold bit and I was there for 2 hours by myself before anyone else turned up. But I managed to talk to a few of the security people, a few of the people who were setting up and things like that, so I guess it was okay. But then eventually people started arriving and I'd managed to make friends with a girl named Ella and her mum, and they were so sweet. I was so happy that I'd made friends with them because it was nice to not spend the entire day completely by myself because I didn't know anyone else who was going to the show. And we were checked in at around 2:30 and we were led down to this hallway type place just outside the arena, and we could kind of hear the sound check. Like we could hear Shawn singing There's Nothing Holding Me Back. For a bit we weren't sure, is this just the recording? But no, I definitely think it was the sound check because we could kind of hear him. So that was exciting. And after everyone was checked in, we were all led down these stairs into this like basement kind of area, I think it was. And after a bit we were all led down in groups. Like the Platinum people went first, then like a quarter of the Gold people went, and then another quarter, etc, etc, in through this kind of tunnel thing. It was like a corridor thing that they set up, like a big tent basically, and that was basically the Illuminate experience part of it. I've already posted a YouTube video showing it, so if you go on my channel you can see it. And basically there was awards that Shawn had won displayed, there was plaques, there was some of the clothes he'd worn, at various events. I think there was the outfit he wore for the Life of the Party video that was there. So that was exciting, and while we were walking through this bit, we could hear his voice while he was meeting all of the platinum people, and that just added to the excitement. Like, I was literally on the verge of tears. You know, when you're so excited about something that you feel like crying? That's basically what I was like throughout the entire thing. I could hear his voice. I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, he's so close, he's so close. And then once I got to the front of this little tunnel thing, there was this big black this big black sheet thing that was like covering the doorway, and then the security guard pulled it back and was like, come meet Shawn, and then he was right there. And I was just like, oh my god, he's a real person, he's actually a real person, he's right there. And he looked perfect. I think if you talk to anyone who's met Shawn, they'll tell you that he looks perfect. That's the only word you can think of to describe him. And so I walk in and he's like, oh hi, nice to meet you. And at this point, like, every single thought that was in my head just flew out. So all I could say was, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And I must have been so embarrassing, but yeah. And I'd actually bought him a present. It was a little bracelet, and because in the email they told us that we weren't allowed to bring in presents, so I wasn't just gonna like bring it in the bag that I bought it in, but I'd put it on, and my plan was that during the meet and greet I'd slip off the bracelet and give it to him then. But as I said, once I saw him, every single thought in my head just flew out, so I forgot. But I am gonna post the bracelet to him, and I'll write a letter and things like that, and I'll just post it to him, it's fine. But yeah, he was such a sweetheart. Like, he was like complimenting me on my hair, we took the picture, and then when I was being led out, he was like, oh bye, it was so nice meeting you. I was like, it was amazing meeting you, bye, love you. And then he smiled, and it was great. Then we got handed the signed poster once I'd left the little tent that he was in. And after that, after everyone had gone through the meet and greet, which didn't take that long, I think that's one thing I'd have to say, was the meet and greet was definitely a lot shorter than everyone was expecting. That's why I think he managed to see everyone. I think there was around 100 of us that went to meet him. He managed to see everyone in around an hour or less than an hour, because people were literally in, out, you know, come in, say hello, take the picture and go. So it was a bit short for my liking, but you know what, it was worth it at the end of the day, because still got to meet Shawn, and it was worth it. No matter how long or short it was worth it. And then, so after that had happened, we got led into the actual arena bit, where we all sat down to wait for the Q&A to start, and I've already uploaded the video of the Q&A, so if you go on my channel you can see that, and it was really, really good. Even though I didn't get to ask him a question, I still got to interact with him, because someone had asked him about the Cameron Dallas song, asked him if he remembered the song, and Shawn was like, no. So I shouted out, oh, we can sing it for you. And he was just like, no, that's okay, don't worry. And I was fully ready to like start singing the song as well, but oh well. So basically after the Q&A had ended, we all got led outside, and there was outside the arena bit, and there was the merchandise stands, there was food stalls and things like that. So I bought this hoodie, and it says Shawn Mendes Illuminate World Tour on the back. And funny thing is, once I'd got there, the size medium and large had sold out, so I had to buy extra large. But then as we were walking around, I came across another merchandise stand that was just setting up, so then I managed to convince the woman to let me swap my extra large hoodie for just the large one, which is good. And then a few hours later we were let into the actual arena and the concert started, and oh my god, it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. I'm so happy to be supporting someone as amazing as Shawn, because he was literally he put on such a great show. You know, he's one of those celebrities where he can actually sing live, so that was great. He's one of those celebrities that really interacts with the fans and really puts on a great show. It was such a great experience, and I will never forget that day for as long as I live. And I hope that one day I can meet Shawn again and talk to him and tell him just how much he means to me and how great it's been all these years being a big fan of such a talented guy. And that basically concludes my video. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.